Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. We got some more Marvel Legends. I seem to be doing a lot of Marvel Legends lately. I haven't been able to find any of the new G.I. Joes in stores and on Amazon and online stores. They're going for a little more than base price. I don't know why. I feel like the new G.I. Joe wave is a little hard to get your hands on, and I'm not exactly sure why. But hopefully they go down in price, and hopefully they eventually make it to retail stores at some point. But that being said, we'll just keep doing whatever we can find. This one is my brother's, and unfortunately, his was damaged, not because I threw it, but the packaging from Pulse wasn't the greatest of its time, so big hit there on the corner. But you do have Wolverine there on the side. You have nice portrait there. I have a different portrait on the back over here, and if you want to read up on him, you can there. A very interesting wave. I do want to get a few amount of these, mostly Cyclops and Marrow. I haven't seen these guys in store at all, so hopefully I do come across them. Cyclops for that cool effect that he comes with. Marrow just looks very cool, and Husk is also intriguing to me. Just her abilities and stuff. It's very interesting to me. So, and I have seen her, so maybe I'll try and grab her if I can. On the side, a different, art as well. Looking very cool. He's very bloody and stuff. We don't usually see blood on Marvel packaging, but we see it there. But yeah, very cool box design. Nice X-Men logo there. X at the top, and yeah, the Nemesis Build-A-Figure there. Very cool. Let's get into him. And we get mostly just hands. There's no Build-A-Figure piece with this guy. And like I said, this is my brother's. He's a big fan of Wolverine. I would have easily skipped on this guy, but there is a new body sculpt, at least for me, because I don't have every single Wolverine. I think the last one I got was the MCU one, and that's not really like a reuse of the sort of comic book Wolverine. I think, yeah, we have mostly older Wolverine molds. The yellow and brown suit from the Juggernaut wave. I have the Tiger Stripe one from that 3-pack, and a few others, but I think those also used the old body mold that Hasbro used. This all is pinless and new to me, so that's kind of fun. But yeah, he does come with different hands. I believe this came with the Astonishing Wolverine, which I have not been able to get. I really still want that Wolverine, but yeah, again, hard to find, and just it's overpriced right now, so I'll get my hands on it eventually. But yeah, you have a wide open hand, looking cool. You have a fist without claws, very nice. You have another fist without claws, looking very cool. And then you have a pointing finger, which is also very cool, and the silver thing are painted on these things pretty well for the most part. But that's mostly it for accessories. No alternate head. We don't get a collected Wolverine head. Would have been cool. Maybe remove 2 of the hands, the 2 fists maybe, and just have a regular non-screaming head. But this one looks cool regardless. I mean, everything looks cool. He does remind me, this suit reminds me of, I think it was X-Men. It was a video game. For PS2. X-Men Legends, I want to say, or Age of Apocalypse. I don't remember. I'll put a picture up and what I'm trying to refer to. I think it's similar to that, I think. I know other reviewers said it looks like a certain particular version. I just can't remember the names and whatnot, but I'll put up reference pictures if I can, if I remember anything. But yeah, it looks cool. Yellow, pretty good. It's not as bad as Electro, other figure we reviewed already. I will say though, because this is sculpted on there, these sort of muscle wrinkles, and I don't know, it's just kind of weird that it goes all the way up here and it's painted. The sort of shirt is painted onto the bicep there. It's pretty interesting. Maybe it's accurate, but I don't know. I just find it a little odd. Nice gold there for the belt. Nice little buttons going around for these pouches, and not much else paint throughout the body. Nice X logo there. Looks very cool. But yeah, the yellow isn't too bad. It's a little rough in the edges, but that's if you really get close to it. You can see the fuzziness and the imperfections a lot more. But despite that, it looks great. It's just, you know, black suit for the most part. But yeah, you can look up pretty well. He's still on the disc hinge, so that's very cool to see. Very nice for those getting thrown by Colossus poses, you know, going straight at you. So yeah, good up, good down. You have obviously side to side, and you have some pretty good pivoting. Let's get a look at this head sculpt here. Looks very good. I will say it is painted very nicely. The eyes, these sort of beard or just hairs, facial hair going around the mouth. Lips look good, teeth look good, eyebrows are on point. Looks great. Butterfly joints really go back. Look at that. And yeah, it is gonna break up the suit design, unfortunately, but damn, look at that. Goes back a whole ton. And then he can also go forward a fair amount. I think that's neutral pose, and then he can go forward. So you can get that cross clawing action there. Very cool. Arms go out about that much, so you can go up to a perfect T pose. Biceps level, bicep, double bicep, not bicep, double elbow hinge. I fucking forgot my anatomy. But yeah, good range there. And then all your hands are horizontal, so it goes side to side. And then this is loose, so up to you how you want to position it, but he can crunch forward very well. Back about that much, and then your waist swivel, we've seen that. And then he can kick out and forward. Does he have drop down hips? He does not. So yeah, he can kick forward only about that much. It's pretty okay. And then you have your thighs, your double jointed knees as usual. Do we get a boot? No boot swivel. What a shame. What? Oh man, Marvel Legends, they just can't fucking do it. But you do have your ankles go back forward, and you do have ankle pivot in there, so that's pretty standard for Marvel Legends. I swear, why can't they just like update their molds or their articulation a little bit, add a little swivel there? It's easily, I think it's manageable. I don't know. Again, I'm no toy engineer, but I don't know, it's just frustrating. Sometimes they can do certain things and they just don't do them. For example, the new Spider-Man 2 video game figures that came out, there's a new black suited Spider-Man from the game. No butterfly joints, and I think that's really going to limit the figure getting those dynamic poses. And I discussed this with a friend, Your Casual Clone, but yeah, we both agreed that the butterfly joints are a huge miss on that figure, and that yeah, they just need to do it right, you know, from the get-go. You're already making brand new molds for these figures. Why not just go the extra mile and add that articulation that you will need for a character? Yeah, well, while I was rambling, you know, managed to get them in a simple pose. I'm gonna get a base here just because I don't want to deal with balancing and whatnot. Yeah, simple pose, looks great. I do like the colors, you know, it's always cool to see them in a in a black suit. And then the yellow is a nice touch of color, as well as the red, and then the gold at the buckle. Very cool looking figure, if I have to say so myself. Again, I would have passed on this one easily, just because I don't need that many Wolverines, just like I don't need so many damn Spider-Man. But I'll rebuy some other characters if I really love them, like Scarlet Witch and Iron Fist. Colossus, I'm waiting for a remake or redo on Colossus, so they can add, you know, the pinless joints, as well as maybe include like double elbow joints, because I feel like Colossus needs that. And yeah, the old one still has very old articulation. But yeah, I'm just messing around with Wolverine here. I'm trying to think of like what other pose I can get him in. You know, creativity isn't my thing right now. Let's see what we can do here. Maybe sort of crouch position, sort of screaming out. Something like that, maybe. I don't know. Kind of weird. Kind of like the first pose I had him in. But yeah, I think that mostly does it for this review. I mean, I'm just rambling at this point. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. It's a nice little Wolverine. If you're a fan of Wolverine, then go ahead and buy him and get him if you can. He doesn't come with a Build-A-Figure piece, so you don't have to worry about having to throw it out, sell it, or, you know, stash it somewhere. What's very neat when it comes to some of these figures, they don't come with a Build-A-Figure piece, and maybe it's the only figure you want. So yeah, pretty cool figure. I like it. You know, again, if you're a Wolverine fan and are looking for this specific suit, definitely recommend. And there's all the hands that come with them. But yeah, very cool figure. Hope you guys enjoyed. See you guys next time.